What's good, Wagering World? It's your boy Five Star in Vegas, broadcasting live as always from beautiful Summerlin, Nevada. In here with my guy, the only Sacramento Kings fan I know. What's good, Spread?
Pretty good over here in California. Like I said, one of my favorite times of the year with the NBA season in full swing, and then of course we have the American tennis with Indian Wells. So I've been loving it, and of course hit the play last night. So pretty happy about that.
Yeah, man. Let's get directly to yesterday's news. We had a clean sweep yesterday.
Yeah, Milwaukee Bucks, right? Not too much different than how we previewed it, right? They're just a better team. They have problems with Giannis down low, and of course, Atlanta's being that perimeter-based team. That's tough. Going, they got Holiday, they got Middleton, they got all these nice perimeter defenders. So Milwaukee just outclassed them. Probably a little bit of motivation there too, with Atlanta beating them already twice this season when they weren't at full strength. So they just wanted to let them know, like, hey, when everybody's here, this is the team we look like. So that was a nice one too, because I never really felt like it was in doubt. Even when the game got close, it was just like, okay, we got this, we're going to cover. So another enjoyable win. And I had that one on one TV, but I was able to really zone in on the tennis on the other, as I felt like we were cruising to an easy cover.
Yeah, man. I actually played the Bucks with you last night. I played the first half, minus 2.5. All I can say is I wish I would have bet more. It was that type of affair, and usually it is when those two teams play for something that actually matters, like for a seeding or playoff games. It's just the Hawks don't match up with them well at all. Um, Too easy for them to isolate Trae Young on switches, and Chris Milton's pulling right up over him. Easy baskets every time, or Holiday. So um, that's one of those ones where sometimes it looks too good to be true, and a lot of people who bet sports, they see it and it's such a give me. You're afraid to unload on it, but if you got to just trust the process, man, and trust your knowledge of the game and trust what you see with your eyes, and as long as it combines with the stats, hey man, let it fire away. Don't let these books trick you sometimes, because what they'll do, they'll put a bad number out, and when they do, you have to be able to pounce on it. As we were able to do last night, also with Sam Houston State against California Baptist. Once again, just like the Bucks game was one of those easy ones, one of those true cruisers. They were up 30-17 at the half. California Baptist couldn't get into their offense. Just like I said, Sam Houston plays great defense. They got all up in those guys. They made it very difficult for them. And then in the second half, they jumped out on them right as soon as they came out of halftime. Ended up being a 30-point win for them. They only allowed them to score 35 points for the game. They scored 65 themselves. And I want to apologize to my people in Huntsville. One of my guys, who's actually a grad student from Sam Houston, he texted me and he was like, "Hey, we're playing in Vegas this year." I said, "What?" So I had to go do my research. Forgive me. I'm very familiar with all of the Texas schools, and what threw me off, Spread, as you know, I bet a lot of the FBS college football, and I bet a lot on Sam Houston State the year that they had the spring football when COVID occurred. They won the national championship. They have some good players over there and a good coach and run a good system. They play in the Southland Conference, and that's the conference that the entire school had been in for the longest, including the basketball team. They played all the time in Katy. So to the people in Huntsville, except for the prison guards, I would apologize for thinking you guys were playing in Katy. You guys have grown up. Your basketball team is now playing with the big boys, and they're in the WAC, and they're holding their own in the Western Athletic Conference. So great job by them. I'll be interested to see what they do against Grand Canyon tonight. Now let's get on to the ball and parlay and what we got today to try to keep this streak going.
Yeah, let's keep it going here. 2 game slate for me here in the NBA tonight, right? First one, man. I'll give it to you guys, right? I lean Brooklyn here, plus 4.5. But hey, it's going to be such an emotionally charged game. I'll also lean the under in that game because I feel like it will have like a playoff atmosphere, maybe a little physical, maybe a little chippy. But because of the emotion involved in that game, I do feel like that's widely variant. Like even though I lean it this way, I can also see it going a multiple of different directions, right? And boy, if one team really gets ahead, it could be a blowout. So I decided to go with the second game on TNT tonight, and that's the Golden State Warriors against the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets, man, they just keep winning games. They're 9-1 in their last 10, and we've talked about how bad the Warriors have been as of late. They finally broke that 5-game losing streak with the win over the Clippers. Interesting game. Clippers usually are a team that I can count on to always get a good effort. 2 lethargic games in a row for the Clippers. The Warriors take advantage of it Tuesday night. The Warriors played the Nuggets on Monday night and lost, but that was a weird situation where Steve Kerr, he used to work under Popovich, kind of the same idea. He sat Wiggins, Curry, and Thompson in that game. So he kind of gave away the Monday game. You think they're going to be going for it tonight, but regardless of who sits and who plays, the Warriors don't have a guy to match up with Jokic until James Wiseman gets back. And even then, I wonder if he's going to be able to. But right now, Kevon Looney's just not enough, and the team's too small. So it's really hard for them to double. And we know that Jokic just eats double teams alive. Denver's beat the Warriors both times this season. Of course, we throw that last result out with the 3 people sitting. But I still like them to get it done tonight. Market does as well. This open at 3.5. It's down to +2. I'll take the Denver Nuggets +2. Also a little sprinkle on the money line as well.
Okay, so my guy spread is rolling with the Denver Nuggets in San Francisco tonight against Golden State. A lot of people don't know that they moved to San Francisco. They're no longer in Oakland.
That's right.
I'm going to be rolling with the North Carolina Tar Heels. We're going to do the same type of split like we did with Sam Houston last night, because these conference tournaments, these teams are very familiar with each other. You never know how the ball's going to bounce with this college basketball. You never know when the kid's going to miss the front of a 1-and-1. Never know when the kid's going to come down and make unnecessary 3 and knock you out of the points. So we're going to take the the single game parlay with North Carolina. -180 isn't a bad number at all to lay. Anything under -200 is always doable. So you will lay $180 to win 100, and also play 110 on UNC -4. I just trust North Carolina's tournament. They're hot. They're coming off of a big time victory where they shocked the country and pretty much rained on Coach K's farewell party. Who would have thought that North Carolina would beat Duke in Durham, on Coach K's final game? You think that Duke would be giving their all, which they did, and give their best, and they took their best blow, and they just outscored them. That's because the Tar Heels have a great offense. Their offense is unbelievable. You got Baycott down low, great finisher, strong, plays bully ball. He's the Derrick Henry of the ACC. Just an athletic wonder. He's down low. He should have been the ACC Player of the Year, so I'm sure he'll be motivated in this first game. They have a great backcourt, 3 great guards in the backcourt. They can all shoot the 3, all play defense. I just see them giving Virginia all types of problems. Virginia's known for their defense, and as you know, yesterday Virginia just played Louisville. They didn't look good at all against Louisville. I want to say they scored 20 points in the first half. Hold on, I'm going to tell you right now. Let me pull it up on my stat sheet. They're having real problems scoring the ball at this time right now. Yeah, they scored 51 for the total game. They won 51-50 at 20 points in the first half. Come on, man. Against a team like North Carolina's defense isn't that bad enough to allow Virginia to get into this game. Virginia's coach, Bennett, is a great coach. He's a national championship winner, coaches defense, second-generation coach after his dad. He just doesn't have the normal manpower that he used to have. They have the transfer from East Carolina, Gardner, who can really play, but besides that, they don't have much else. The starting point guard, who is their main go-to player, he's about 5'7". He's not going to match up well with the length and the athleticism of the North Carolina guards. The Tar Heels, this is Hubert Davis's first time getting a chance to coach this team in the tournament. As you know, for years, North Carolina is one of those teams when the ACC tournament starts, they play their best ball, and I'm sure he's going to carry on the tradition, and he's eager to show Tar Heel Nation that he's going to continue the tradition by Roy Williams that was set, and before his predecessor, the great Dean Smith. So we're going to roll with tradition, and we're going to roll with the more explosive offensive team. Virginia's known for defense, yet they're one of the worst teams against the three-pointer in the league and in the country. They don't guard against the three-pointer well at all. I expect North Carolina to be firing all of their guns. They're one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. So that -4 is a short number, but just to be safe, we're also going to take a money line. So spread's going with Nuggets with that very shady +2 at Golden State. And I'm going to be going with UNC -4 and money line -180. We got to get to work. We got a full day of action. Anything for the people before we get out of here, spread?
Yeah, let's give them a bonus. We were talking before we hit record, and we both like Sloan Stephens today. If you can get over +200 or more, so we both love the way that Sloan's playing. We got to give that bonus out for the people. It's only +200 though, so don't bother parlaying it. Just play it as a single bet, and you get twice your money back. And I think she's got a great chance against Naomi Osaka. I think Sloan's more dedicated to tennis right now. You know, and you couldn't have said that a couple years ago. So, you know, maybe things are turning. Have the books caught up yet? We'll find out tonight. So that's my last little tidbit here for the people.
So spread's giving out your freebie. As me and them both, we're both personally taking Sloan Stephens tonight. Hey, you know how it goes. Sloan can get off her game sometimes and get murdered, but at that +200, we like that number. She has a Kamal back coaching her. And on top of that, Osaka, as you know, hasn't been too tuned in this year. This isn't a major. It's one of the higher tournaments, but it isn't a major. So we don't know how much focus she has. And we also know that Sloan loves to teach the younger girls from America lessons that she's still one of the ones that has a major. So hopefully she'll be a little bit motivated tonight to do something. So my guy gave you guys Sloan Stephens, and I'm backing him on that one. We're looking for Sloan Stephens to have a big night tonight at India Wells. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll have NBA for you. I have a college basketball as always. Please follow my guy, Spread ASTAIRE. Follow me at 5 Star in Vegas. Fill out the 5. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Best of luck.